Hey, my name is Lisa and I'm a freelance industrial designer. In this video, I'll give you some tips about how you can build your industrial design portfolio from scratch. And this is going to be the first video of this series about portfolios, so stay tuned for more. So first things first, you should start with a PDF and then move to a website type of portfolio. By a website type of portfolio, I mean the fact that you basically upload your portfolio somewhere in the internet and you have a link to it. And it's important because when you will then go job hunting, some services don't have an attachment button and they only have a cover letter box where you can type your cover letter and include a link to your portfolio. You can build your own website or use platforms like Behance or Issue. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyways, using platforms like Behance is much easier technically and it's also free, so that's great. But having your own website lets you control how you can present all amount of your information and really take the full control of the whole layout of the website. My second tip will be about the layout. Make sure your portfolio starts with a cover page. Then you can include your CV with some basic information about your experience, languages that you speak, software that you use, etc. Then add from 3 to 5 of your best projects and finish with contact page details. So when recruiter is going through your portfolio, he has everything in the end to contact you and he doesn't have to make an extra effort to get back to your CV and find these contact details. So how can you choose what projects to include in your portfolio? Well, start with answering the question, what type of employment are you looking for? Is it going to be an in-house design studio where you will work in some particular field of design? And if so, you will have to dedicate all of your projects to this particular field. For example, if you are willing to find a job in furniture design studio, then you should dedicate all of your projects to furniture design. It will not make much sense if you include some transportation or robotic in such portfolio because your employer will not care if you can design cool cars or not because he's just going to look at your furniture design skills. If you would like to work at a design consultancy, then it makes sense to include different kinds of projects dedicated to different fields. So it can be furniture, transportation, electronics, household products, etc. So for this type of employment, it's very important to show that you can work on completely different projects all at the same time. By the way, it's fine to have more than one portfolio if you would like to apply for different kinds of positions. If you don't have a portfolio yet or you're about to start building a new one from scratch, I would highly recommend you plan what projects you will include there before you even start working on them. Because if you start designing a random product, it's very likely that the whole portfolio will become chaotic in the end, and you don't want that. Tip number 3, try to tell a story of how you came up with this design concept, starting with the problem and going all the way through this design process till the final design solution. Show as much process and behind the scenes as possible, as this is basically what employers are looking for. They want to understand how you work and how you think. So if you show it clearly in your portfolio, then it will be easier for the employer to understand what kind of person and what kind of designer they are hiring. My next tip will be about the final product presentation. Well, it can be the real product photographed or a 3D render. If it's a render, then look for photo references of products that have similar shapes to the one you're designing. And pay attention to how lights and shadows are visualized in the photo. This will help you understand how you should set the lighting in your render scene to make the render look much more realistic. And also, don't forget to include a picture where the product is used by a person, so it's pretty clear for everybody how the concept works. By the way, I give personal online consultations where I will go through your portfolio and will give you some particular advice how you can make it better. So if you're interested, please send me a message on Instagram or email me, and I will give you the details. So these were all of my tips for you today. There will be more videos about portfolios coming up in the future, so stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.